Okay, Maggie. Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Nikki, and today's video is just gonna be a sit down video. Today I'm gonna be talking about getting started at the gym, just getting more comfortable, building confidence, and starting to weightlift. So if you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. And let's go ahead and get started talking about this. So I've mentioned before how I waited 3 months to incorporate any exercise on my weight loss journey. I started rollerblading. And then after 3 months of that, so 6 months into my weight loss journey, I started to lift weights at the gym. And the main reason I did this was because it was getting cold outside. I couldn't skate anymore, and I wanted another way to incorporate fitness. I knew that I liked weightlifting in the past, but it had been years since I had done it. I had been paying a gym membership and didn't go a single time. So I was really excited to get started, but also extremely nervous and not comfortable and not confident. And it's taken me a lot of time to get where I'm at now, but it has been so worth it. And that's why I just want to help encourage others to get started weightlifting as well, because it is amazing what it can do for your mental health, your physical health, everything. It has just become such a good part of my day. I get so motivated. It feels so good to get in there and feel so strong and do the things I enjoy. And yeah, it just is a really good way for me to get some activity in. I am going to be making a video too. I've been working on showing you guys some different machines and different things that I do pretty much every time I go there. Just explaining those type of things and how I use them, just to make it a little easier for you guys maybe if you're just getting started. But that's not gonna be this video today. Today I'm just gonna talk about a few tips that really helped me to get started at the gym. So when I started going, and I've also mentioned this before, I started going very, very early in the morning, like 2, 3 o'clock. I go a little bit later now. I was seriously going at like 2:30 every single day, but now I go a little bit closer to 3:30, just depending on the day. But I've made it work with my schedule because first of all, that's kind of how my schedule works anyway. I kind of prefer to be up at that time and go to bed earlier. It just works best for me. So I've really been able to adjust it. I'm not saying you have to do this to have success in the gym. It's just what worked for me. You can find a time that works best for you. I think it's really helpful to find a time that it's not crazy busy at your gym, because that can be so overwhelming. To this day, I still try to avoid the gym when it's busy. There's a crowd meter on the Planet Fitness app, so that really helps to know like when it's crazy. But I just try to avoid it when it's like that because it is easier when there's not as many people. But if that's not an option for you, of course, it's still possible to go and get a great workout in, even if it's pretty crowded. And what I had to do was really make sure my sleep was still a priority. I still had to make sure I was getting the right amount of sleep, because on my weight loss journey in general, sleep has helped me so much, and I feel it when I don't get it, and it just all around keeps me on track when I get my sleep. So I really had to prioritize going to bed earlier. There are nights that I go to bed at 8 o'clock, and it's just what works best for me. So anyway, when I started going, for the first, I want to say it was like 3 months, maybe 2 months, all I did was pretty much use dumbbells. I went to the free weight section. I was terrified to touch the Smith machine, even though in the past, like years and years ago, I had used a squat rack and everything, but I just was not comfortable, especially going on my own. If it helps you, maybe get a partner to go with you, but for me, I actually prefer to work out on my own. But anyway, I would just head in, go straight to the dumbbell section, and pretty much stay there for my whole workout and do a few machines. But again, yeah, I didn't have a lot of confidence and I was really nervous. So there's nothing wrong with that. And it actually helped me to transition because I did a lot of dumbbell workouts at home. So maybe start with that first. I started doing home workouts, and I found that having a mirror set up so that I can actually look at my form and see that I'm doing everything right. I would put videos up or just like demonstrations of how to do the exercises. And that way I got a little bit more comfortable with my form. And like I said, I was using dumbbells at home. So going into the gym and using them, it was pretty much the same thing. And I just had to think about it that way. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with starting with that to get comfortable. It took me time to just get used to going to the gym, going in the locker room, going to the spot and setting up. Like, it really is a lot. And it can be overwhelming, but I promise you it is so worth it. So I started with dumbbells. It took me a few months to get comfortable and then start using the Smith machines, which now I use every time I go there, and I really enjoy using them. But what I've done, and I've continued this, it's been over a year now since I've been consistently weightlifting, is I picked a few exercises for each body part that I was going to be working, and I really tried to stick to those and work on the form and perfecting them and starting low weight. Like, You do not have to go in there and lift heavy weights and worry about what people are thinking of you with the weight you're lifting. Don't be afraid to start small with low weights because it doesn't matter. Nobody's really looking at you like you may think they are. And if they're gonna judge that you're not lifting heavy enough, then it doesn't matter. So I really found a few core exercises that I enjoyed doing, and I worked on perfecting the form and just starting low in weights and progressively getting higher and increasing the weights. And that's what has worked best for me. I didn't want to go in and push it right away, even though I knew maybe I could do shoulder press with 25s. If I would have started out with that, there's just no way I would have looked like a fool, honestly. And it helped me, even if I had to grab the 5-pound dumbbells and start on that, I still start with those every day when I do shoulders. And I feel like a lot of times before I would be embarrassed using a 5-pound dumbbell, but it doesn't matter because it's what's working for me and I'm worrying about myself and improving myself. One thing that helps me so much when I go to the gym is to wear comfortable clothing. And I know there's a lot of different like cute gym sets and activewear. Like I am just not comfortable wearing that, if I'm being honest. I like my basic black leggings or running shorts and a t-shirt with a sports bra. I'm pretty basic, or sometimes I'll wear a comfortable tank top, but really try to find something you're comfortable in because it makes such a difference when you're not worrying about adjusting your clothes the whole time or just thinking about what everyone's thinking if maybe you're not comfortable in the clothes. Wear something you're comfortable in, even if it's sweats and a hoodie, wear it. It doesn't matter. I promise it doesn't matter. And wear comfortable shoes. I like to wear Converse when I have a leg day. I really have noticed a difference with the flat shoes and my lifting when it comes to like squats, deadlifts, hip thrusts, everything. I can get my feet planted on the ground and it helps to wear those flat shoes. So I wear Converse on my leg days. I wear just normal Nike kind of running shoes when I do upper body days, and I find that that's most comfortable for me. So it's just really important to make sure you're wearing comfortable clothes. It really does make a difference at the gym. Another thing is to have a good playlist. I wear headphones every time I go to the gym, and my music is what gets me so excited to go in there and lift. It really does motivate me, and I don't know, it's something that I just think is really important for me personally. Don't be afraid to wear headphones. Pretty much everyone has headphones in, so it just is something that is another bonus when it comes to the gym. When you are getting started at the gym, you really do have to realize that everybody starts somewhere. So you can look around and everybody in that gym started somewhere. They started at the beginning with the lowest weights, not knowing what they're doing, not knowing the proper form. Like no one just magically had muscles and was able to go in and lift these really heavy weights and stuff. And when you think about it that way, it really does help because I've said this before, but if someone's gonna judge you for trying to better yourself and go to the gym and maybe you don't look like you're doing it completely right or you don't look completely confident, if they're gonna judge you for that, that's their problem and not yours. And you just need to keep worrying about yourself and improving for yourself because they started somewhere too and they weren't doing the form right the whole time either. And a lot of times I see people who are extremely cocky that are not doing the form right or are trying to use weights that are way too heavy for them. And if anything, they look more ridiculous. So don't be worried about that and just remember that you're learning, give yourself some grace and take some time to just really focus on the basics of it. Another thing that's really helped me is just using different resources. So I'm not afraid to pull my phone out at the gym and search a quick YouTube video if there's a certain lift that I want to do that maybe I think I'm doing the form wrong on or something. And I've mentioned this, the Planet Fitness app specifically has a workout section where it shows a bunch of different exercises and it's just a person doing the exercise. So it shows what part of the body it's working and it shows how they do that. And you can actually scan the machines at Planet Fitness and they will show you the demonstration when you scan them. So that's super helpful as well. But don't be afraid to pull your phone out and look something up for a second. It's not a big deal. You're not sitting there on your phone watching TikToks. That's a whole nother issue if you're just like wasting time. But don't be afraid to use your phone to look something up. There have been times where I literally just Google single leg RDL and make sure that I'm doing it correctly or something like that. Like don't be afraid to use your resources. And like I said, I'm working on a video where I show you guys some different machines. My current split, I pretty much do legs, then upper body, I do shoulders, buys, and chest. Then I do another leg day. I do the next day tris and back. And then I usually end with a leg day. Those are my 5 days at the gym, usually. So to this day, I still do the same lifts and exercises every time I go to the gym. I really haven't switched it up. And a lot of times when you go on Instagram and stuff, you'll see these influencers doing like crazy different leg workouts and different machine cables, like kind of unnecessary, because really if you just focus on the basic lifts, you will still see progress. A lot of times they're just trying to come up with different workouts. It's not always the best thing. Yes, maybe they are beneficial what they're doing, but you can have progress and you can see just insane improvement by sticking to those core exercises. That's what I have done, and I found that it's helped me so much. So I've really gotten into a routine. If it helps you to have an actual written plan, maybe do that. I've also seen people bring notebooks in. There's nothing to be embarrassed about if that's what's gonna help you. But I have in my head what I'm gonna go in and do. I like to do my warm up now, and then I'll go straight to the free weights. I'll do my normal free weight workouts, head over to the Smith machines where I do like my main lifts, and then I'll end with a few different machines and go to the stretching area and do that. So I pretty much have a routine when I'm going around the gym, and there are times when it's busy and I have to switch around what I'm gonna do, but I have in mind what I'm doing for the whole day, and so that kind of helps me stay on track. But like I said, I think the most important thing is to just get in there, start small, start with low weight, and just worry about your form and really trying to perfect that. It helps that there's mirrors. You really can see what you're doing correctly. And sometimes I even film myself. I find that really helps. If I can't see the angle of what I'm trying to do or something, I'll film myself, I'll watch the film, and then I'll go online and look at what it is technically supposed to look like and make sure that I'm kind of in line with that. So that's helped me a ton too. But just remember that everybody starts somewhere. It is intimidating. It definitely is intimidating, but there are things you can do to make yourself more comfortable. To this day, I still get a stomach ache at times when I go there. I get anxious and I'm nervous to go in because, I don't know, it's almost a mix of like being excited to get a good workout in, but also there's other people there and I think they're gonna be watching me and all this, but it doesn't matter. I hope you guys found this video helpful. And like I said, I will be making that video soon where I show some of the basic exercises I like to do and really focus on form. I've even more recently kind of gone down in weight in a few things just to really get my form right and be comfortable and confident in my lifts. And then I'll slowly start to increase the weight as I go. So I hope you guys found this helpful. If you did, please go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it, and I will see you next time.